But yeah, we have to use a rope. This is the only other part in the game where we have to use a rope besides Vault 15. And even though we are underground, we still are going to get dosed with radiation. And as you can see, that this is a corpse of somebody in odd armor, like it is in fact the power armor from the Brotherhood of Steel. As I was saying, this is our last dungeon proper, and boy is it a doozy. If you don't know how to get through this, this can easily get you killed. If simply by the radiation alone, which is astronomical. But this dungeon does in fact have the best loot in the game to be found. Thank you, I'll take that. Not all of these corpses will have items, but a lot of them do. And a lot of them are pretty useful. Endgame weapons and things like that. As I'm sure I've mentioned way more times than I needed to by now. But what's kind of funny is that this whole dungeon is kind of a... You okay there, Tycho? Jeez. As it's trapped, obviously, but these elevators are all electrified as well, so we have to find the key codes, which is what I was trying to say before my companions pulled a boner and blew themselves up, is that this is all kind of a... Thank you. Kind of a reference or a parody of Doom? I don't need any more of those. Yep, there's my neighbors slamming doors again. Is that each of the key cards is color coordinated, and once we get the power back on, it'll be much more easy to see. As I'm just checking these rooms, as I don't recall where all of the loot to be had is on these first couple levels. Now, this door perplexes me, and if somebody knows how to open it up, please let me know, as I tried Googling it, but the door is welded too tight for you to open, which I wouldn't care, except there's two panels right there that probably got some good stuff in there, and I want them. Are you assholes gonna get yourselves killed? Damage rolls on the traps are just ridiculous. Yep, here's a key card. And here is a holodisc that you think it might be what the Brotherhood sent you to retrieve. And to join the Brotherhood, that's really all you need. I'm going to try to get as much of this stuff as I can, even though I just got done explaining that you don't really need it. Doesn't mean I haven't been born and bred my years of playing RPGs to try to take as much stuff that isn't nailed down as I possibly can. But hopefully that's the last of the traps. They're doing surprisingly large amount of damage today. That and the laser fields. I'm sorry, the force field generators in the military base. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, these are disabled robots, as you can see them lying around, and this is one of the robo-brains from that we saw earlier when we were in our the session where we were getting that's all the remains of a townswoman there. When we were getting interrogated by the Lou. But as I recall, these will not be active until you turn the power on. But that's not going to stop me from sneaking, as I don't... want to risk, since my crew is already pretty messed up as it is. I think Tycho might have taken already 40 points of damage. I think he only has like 50 hit points. Missiles. Those are heavy, and I'm not going to be able to use the thing that... Yep. As they're not terribly heavy, but they don't sell for enough. The kind of weight to cost ratio. Alright, now that we're out of there, As normally those traps are, like you saw in the Thief Underground, is that they're barely worth anything. But I've just been getting lucky rolls today. Flamer fuel, plasma grenade, explosives. I've got explosives in my bag of tricks. I'm carrying it with me. Which, you know, maybe that's how you get into that welded open door, is by using the plastic explosives. But I could have sworn I've tried that before, and it to no avail. That red key card. Tough radiated rat. Yeah, and I haven't explained yet what this actual area is, but it is something that you discover a little later on. In fact, a couple levels down from here, is that this is a old military base, more so a research base than like an army base, where they would have soldiers, like a barracks or that kind of thing. Because this is kind of an R&D on secret government projects, and we're going to find out what projects they were working on very shortly. I know I'm probably sneaking past deactivated robots that have no chance of detecting me, but you know, with the way my luck's been going today with my companions and traps and things, we're just not going to risk it. Speaking of which, where are those two idiots? Inside we go. Down to floor 3. And there is the red elevator, as you can kind of make it out there. Now, I think since there's no longer a hole in the floor, I think this is the level where it's safe as far as radiation goes. Let's just go ahead and save here, in case something dumb happens when my companions die. Just sneaking around. Don't mind me, robots. I saw some lockers over here. And I don't think there's anything in this room. Those shelves are empty. As this is just the preliminary looting. As I believe there are a grand total of 6 floors to the globe. Yeah, I have some chems. They don't weigh much. I'll take them. Definitely take some more stim packs. Can never have too many of those. So let's go ahead and check these last 2 lockers real quick. I just picked up a 14mm pistol, so I might end up start using that. Ooh, that's a lot of bullets. I only need these energy cells though. As even though I picked up that assault rifle, which takes the 5mm. Wait, no, 5mm for. Okay, yeah, that takes 5mm too. I thought that the miniguns took 5mm, but apparently they both do. Yep. The color-coded Doom puzzles here. Let's see, we're on floor 3. And you notice there is no floor 5 here. Is that there is actual reason for that. Is that there's another elevator shaft over here that we need to get. I believe that would be the blue keycard. But you see this thing here, and this is a computer. They'll be as large as a palace, and only the three greatest, richest kings of England will own them. I know I screwed up that quote quite a bit. It's been a while since I've seen that episode. But yeah, this is a large computer. I believe this is a ZAX, which I do not recall what the acronym stands for. Let's see if this corpse has what we need. You got a blue key on you, buddy? Yes, you do. Is that with the power off to everything, is that the computer is in, just like the robots, they're kind of in the suspended animation. So we need to get... Oh, is that a locker? I have never seen that before. Well, let's go ahead and sneak just in case. Wow! I have missed that every time I've come down. This is exciting. What's in it? Holy shit, a bazooka! Oh, wow. Jeez. Can I grab it? I didn't think so. That thing's gonna be way too heavy. But, now's about the time in the playthrough where this is gonna get very inventory shuffly, and I apologize. But this is, where my companions fulfill their lifelong duty. You hold that. I don't think she'll use it, to be quite honest. I don't think I'm gonna need my Plaz pistol just for the foreseeable future. I have my submachine gun if I need to throw down. Just trying to create some space here. I think I'm good for with my tools as well, so I can give that back to Ian here. And I wouldn't mind taking that bazooka with me. How much do you weigh? 15 pounds. Holy shit. Alright, so we're gonna give the bazooka to Tycho, and we're gonna give the ammo to somebody else. Oh, oops. That's the trick, is that way your companions, because if you give them the gun and the ammo, they'll get it in their head to use it. But if you have them hold on to the gun or the ammo separately, they won't be able to use it. They never put... they never pick up any ammo, unlike later Fallout games. Ooh. Got some stuff here for us, and that's just another Geiger counter. We already have one of those. Pulse grenades. Now, if you are going through a cowboy run, these are important to collect as many of those as you can for the final encounter. But that's 3 of them right there. And those are AP rockets. You know, on my way out, if I remember, I'll grab that other rocket. Who knows? Maybe I'll just demo it at some point, as it is pretty fun weapon, but it is not going to be great for us. We have a crappy strength and have put nothing into large guns, so it's going to be a crapshoot. Just like when we threw a grenade at the raiders at the cons camp. Oh, right. I'm skipping a step. As we went to floor 4, which is where we are now, but we need to go down to floor 6 where the generator is. There's a computer on the first floor that mentions that. I probably should have clicked on that. But it basically is just one line that says, yep, we don't have power. You go check out the 6th floor to set the backup generator online. And we have, apparently this was the living quarters. You see all these dead bodies here. Now, you can avoid most fights with the robots, but these two are going to be ones that I don't believe that we can, as they're going to spot me on my way back up. But we can go ahead and check out these corpses. I think the rest of the loot that's of note is going to be on the 5th floor. 5th floor is where all the magic happens in this place, to be quite honest. Alright. Searching corpses. Katya, you know, I should have made try to make a run to the Gunrunners and got you a Ripper. Ooh, another plasma pistol. Take that. Don't know why. I have the one, none of my companions. I don't recall companions can use energy weapons. I don't think any of them can. I believe that's a thing that happens in Fallout 2, is you get NPCs that can use. You get like close to like 20 potential followers in that game. It's absolutely insane. But alright, this is the computer. See if we can get the emergency power. No, it's on emergency power. We need primary power. That's right. Okay, so it needs service. And like a dum-dum, I gave Ian my tools, didn't I? I sure did. Ian, buddy. Hold still. Let's go ahead and pop into there. There's one thing that's, oh, I don't want to leave that there. No, I don't. That will create issues. If there's one thing that's kind of, kind of crappy about this first Fallout is that its inventory system is not great. I mean, Diablo came out in 1997. Granted, it's not nearly as complex as far as items and things you need. Alright, there we go. 3rd time's a charm. You start up the generators and all systems seem to be coming back online. You gain 1,000 experience points. You know what? I take it back. That's apples and oranges. This is a full story-driven RPG. That one's it has more in common to do with Gauntlet than it does traditional role-playing game. And that's not a bad thing, don't get me wrong there. I love Gauntlet and I love Diablo. Excuse me. Alright, power. Turn it back on. Ah, now we can see. Unfortunately, that means our buddies over here are now active. So we might have to scrap with some metal men. Now, I want to get into Katya's inventory here real quick, because I told her to put her weapon away, which I thought would mean that she would draw her best weapon in the next combat, but it seems that she doesn't have anything. So, I'm going to have to grab a knife off this dead guy, just so she has something to fight with, even though a basic knife is going to be pretty useless. But it's going to be more effective than nothing. If I can click on her. Come here, Mohawk. Okay. Nothing new there. Hopefully she'll figure it out.